Thus spoke Jehovih. By the light of Cosmin he proclaimed these things among the nations of the earth. Man looked upward in prayer, desiring to know the way of all created things, both on earth and in heaven. And Jehovih answered him, saying, The whirlwind I made as a sign to man of the way of my created worlds. As you see the power of the whirlwind gathering up the dust of the earth, and driving it together, know that likewise I bring together the Agi and nebulae in the firmament of heaven. By the power of the whirlwind, I create the corporeal suns, moons and stars. And I commanded man to name the whirlwinds in the Etherian firmament, and he named them according to their shape, calling them vortices and work. By the power of rotation, swift driving at the periphery, I condensed the atmospherian worlds that flowed in the firmament, and these become my corporeal worlds. In the midst of the vortices I made them, and by the power of the vortices I turned them on their axis, and carried them in the orbits I allotted to them. Wider than to the moons of a planet I have created the vortices, and they carry the moons also. Around some of my corporeal worlds I have given nebulous belts and rings, so that man could comprehend the rotation of my vortexan worlds. For each and every corporeal world I created a vortex first, and by its rotation, and from the places in the firmament where it traveled, I caused the vortex to conceive the corporeal world. To make the sun I created a great vortex, and within this vortex and subject to it, I made the vortices of many of the corporeal worlds. The sun vortex I caused to rotate, and I gave it power to carry other vortices within it. According to their density and position, they are thus carried forth and around the sun. Do not think, O man, that I created the sky a barren waste, and void of use. Even as man in the corporeal form is adapted to the corporeal earth, so is he in the spiritual form adapted to my Etherian worlds. 3 great estates I have bestowed on man: the corporeal, the atmospherian and the Etherian.